Trinidad and Tobago, you are surrounded by culture and history. You see it in the faces of our people, celebrate them in our festivals, hear it in our speech, but perhaps most satisfyingly for our visitors, taste it in our food. Nowhere else in the Caribbean do the four corners of the earth converge to create such diverse cultures, cuisine, and flavors that are as festive and exciting as our music. For the first-time visitor, the annual Taste TNT Festival is the ideal introduction to local cuisine. Each year, the best of our kitchens is celebrated in a venue that allows you to travel the world with a Trini flavor. If you happen to be visiting beautiful Tobago, the Tobago Culinary Festival gives you the opportunity to taste the difference that history has made. A more robust approach to nutrition, Tobago celebrates and embraces nature's bounty from surf to turf. Outside of the food festivals, food forms an integral part of most of our cultural festivals, honoring not only our ancestors, but the spirit of community that they brought with them. The sharing of a meal from a common pot is one of the most satisfying ways of saying hello. And in Trinidad and Tobago, almost everyone wants to say hello. The Muslim festival of Eid affords visitors to sample locally styled meat curries and wonderful sweets that taste of cinnamon, cardamom, and rosewater. The lights of Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights, illuminate the taste and flavors of vegetarian curries and delicate sweets. Trinidad and Tobago Carnival marks the beginning of the solemnity of Lent. As Easter approaches, fish and seafood become a huge part of the traditional diet regardless of faith. Tobago is the perfect place to celebrate Easter as Trinidadians and visitors alike commingle over true local delicacies such as curry crab and dumplings, fish and ground provision or root vegetables, etc. One tip though, leave time for a rest before you tackle the rest of your visit. Other than Easter, the Blue Food Festival in Tobago also gives you an insight into just how diverse and tasty the humble root vegetables that form such a large part of our culinary history can be. Christmas is a time of tradition in Trinidad and Tobago. Our homes resonate with the smells of ham and bread baking, sorrel boiling, the gentle sound of ground meat browning for the pastels, ginger beer drawing, and the fruits for the cake floating in a heavily aromatic combination of rum and cherry brandy. A Christmas meal is a journey of flavor into our Spanish, Portuguese, and French Creole history. The Tobago Heritage Festival celebrates our history in a slightly different way. For a month each year, the various villages in Tobago highlight specific elements of the island's cultural history, all supported by tasty traditional food made from the simplest, freshest ingredients, a great line and the possibility of new lifelong friendships. One of the common threads in Trinidad and Tobago culture has been percussion. Each of our ethnic groups brought their percussion styles and traditions with them, all being synthesized and represented to the world as not only the premier percussion instrument, but as Trinidad and Tobago's gift to musical expression, the steel pan. The drumming festival brings our rhythms to the fore, moving us, making us hungry for more. Emancipation Day celebrations mark the abolition of slavery and the beginning of true multiculturalism in Trinidad and Tobago. The freeing of the enslaved African labor force on the plantations prompted East Indian indentureship and began the process of evolving a true local or uniquely Trinidadian and Tobagonian Creole cuisine. Chinese food has been part of our local taste for over 200 years. This is not the Chinese food of the large cities in North America and Europe, but rather the food of the little towns and regions in China where our forefathers came from. In 2006, celebrations to mark the bicentennial of Chinese arrival brought dragon boats and other cultural references to Trinidad and Tobago, leaving a very satisfying taste in our mouths. Celebrating our position as the hub of the Americas, a crossroad of culture, and a destination for the discerning visitor, Trinidad and Tobago also has festivals and events that bring the best of the world to our shores. The annual Jazz Festival weekend in Plymouth, Tobago gives patrons the opportunity to hear the world's best in some of the most fittingly beautiful venues imaginable. There's music for every taste. Just as in our kitchens, on our stoves, in our pots, you are guaranteed to find something to your taste. So come visit Trinidad and Tobago, satisfy your hunger for the unique, and dive headfirst into the local flavor, tasting our history and culture in every